Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube nonsense. So today, as you can see, I am not in front of that wall, I'm in front of this wall. And that's because I'm moving, and so that wall is very blank and I didn't like it, so I went to this side. So that's that nonsense that's going on here. Hi, welcome, enjoy. I don't know how to make an intro. But for today, we are doing a very special treat. A very good one, I would say. And that is, we are trying Emma Chamberlain's coffee, or at least two of it. These were $20 each. She's already got my money. She's already got 40 bucks, 45 with shipping. She doesn't need it all. So I just got those two. Family blend and the only light roast they offer, because that is my personal favorite. So I thought I'd try the basic and then one I prefer, because if the basic isn't good, then they're probably all not very good. But don't click off right now because I said that. I will get into it. Also, do I look good? I feel like I look very clammy and sick, especially with this. My hair is doing these little things where it pops up. Does anyone else get that? And I can't comb them down. I can't do anything with it, so I put on a hat. I also thought, we're trying coffee, hipster hat. I also did Glossier Future Dew, and I feel like it just makes me look sick. I'm not sick, by the way. I'm not. Just that. Okay. Enough of that. Let's get into this and trying it. So first you're probably thinking, who the fuck am I? Who am I? I'm just this random girl. And what are my credentials? Well, here they are. I was a barista for a third wave coffee shop, several, not just one, for 4 years? 4 years, yes. And third wave is kind of like those bougie, hipstery coffee shops that, you know, everyone makes fun of and the baristas are mean to you. That's me. I was the mean barista. I was the one who gave you the drink and didn't say anything to you. But yeah, they're not like Starbucks or Dunkin'. It's those. I know you know what I'm talking about, because once you say that, you know what I'm talking about. So that's what I worked at. That's the only coffee shops I've ever worked at. I did not degrade myself to Starbucks, even in my time of need, without no job. That's how bougie I am. That's how I put myself to that high standard. Maybe I shouldn't. But that's what I have been doing. So I would say I know coffee. I've worked with several independent roasting companies. So kind of with those coffee shops and kind of with Emma's coffee, she went through different roasters. So there's coffee shops that roast their own roast, and they normally sell it to wholesale cafes that then use that roast. So those cafes don't roast their own coffee, they just use it from someone else's. I worked with the big boy, the roaster, and Emma goes through she doesn't roast her own coffee. No shit, that costs a lot of money. She goes through this company called Bixby, and I'll get back into that. But yeah, so I've worked with the actual roasting, we'll just call them that, roasting facility. I've been into a roaster. I kind of learned some. I worked with one of my coworkers, also was very into roasting. He worked at the roasting facility, so I did learn a lot. So yeah, that's me. That's what I know. So I would say I know my stuff. I know a good cup. I know a bad cup. I don't think, let's start with saying this. I do not think Emma's coffee is gonna taste bad. I honestly don't. I don't think it's gonna be the best. I think it's gonna be pretty bland, but I don't think it's gonna taste bad, because she does use high quality beans with her coffee. She uses Arabica, which is the high quality one, and then Robusta is the low quality one. She is USD organic and fair trade certified. So and she's going through a facility that I went on their website, and they have high reviews. So do I think it's gonna taste bad? No, of course not. People who say it tastes bad are lying. Well, they might not like the taste, but it's definitely not bad coffee, if that makes any sense. So I wrote some notes. But it is, so let's get into the price. Do I think this is, it's not a scam, that's not the word. I don't know, silly. Can we call it silly? This is $20 for a bag. This is a blend. Now what you need to know is there's two different types of coffee bags you can get. You're gonna get a blend or a single origin. A blend uses not cheaper beans, but yes, they're gonna use cheaper beans because they know they're getting mixed in with other beans. So when you make a blend, you're kind of highlighting how the roaster roasts the beans because it's all mixed in. You're not really going to taste the regions. You're not going to taste the grower and how they grow the beans. You are more tasting how they roast the beans. So if this is a bad roaster and if you get a blend from a bad roaster, you're going to know, oh, they don't really roast their beans very well. If you get a blend from a good roaster, then it's like, oh, that's good. Her beans are all on the darker side. Her light is more like a medium. Her medium is more like a dark. I did not get the dark roast. I don't want to get the dark roast. You can tell. I hope this is not too coffee nerdy. I love information like this, but I get it's not everyone's cup of tea. If you can see that, oh, I just dropped it. I'm gonna try and put up a photo I took of it all compared to actual medium and light roast. Dark roast have this very oily sheen to the beans. Yeah, oily sheen to the beans. As light and medium normally don't have that. And her medium has it. These legit look like dark roast. The last job I had, this smells identical to their dark roast, and it's actually a very similar blend as well. So it's very interesting. So that's also why I don't think I'll particularly like this coffee, because of how dark it is. And I did watch Emma's video, and I know she said she prefers dark roast, but I do think it's good to offer variety, especially if this is kind of what you want to do. You definitely don't want to just offer what you like. You're going to want to offer variety so then you can hit a wider range, because not everyone likes darker beans, and to even their light roast to be more onto the medium side, it's a little silly. But her coffee bags cost $20. A blend from a high quality roasting facility, from like established, I looked on a couple websites, La Colombe Variety, that's in New York. It ranges from 13 to 15. Even most blends are that price, because like I just said, they're going to use lower quality beans because they know they're getting into a blend. And Emma's is $20. That's how much you're going to pay for a single origin, which is normally very good, because you're paying for higher quality, because you know that's all you're going to taste. So you want to taste the region. You want to taste how they grew. And regions are Guatemala and Colombia. Like, that's the region. So it's a blend of those two. That's what I'm saying with that. Which, I get it. I get you're paying for Emma's name. I'm not gonna, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid, okay? I get you're paying for Emma's name. But if you... I don't know, like, besides me, I don't watch Emma Chamberlain. My sister does. I guess if you don't watch Emma Chamberlain, but you wanted to try her coffee and you really liked it, you can find this somewhere else. It's not hard. These are very common blends. I'll name them all. So her family blend, which one I have here, is Colombian, Guatemala, Nicaragua. The Careless Cat is Guatemalan, Mexico, Peru, and it's a medium. The Early Bird, which is this, is Guatemalan, Colombia, and that's a light. And then the Social Dog is Papua New Guinea, Nicaragua, Colombia, that's a medium. And then the Night Owl is Colombian and Sumatra, Peru. And that's a dark roast. But they're all very similar, and I think that's also to keep overhead down. You're going to use very similar beans for all of the blends, so then you don't have to buy a bunch. Which I think is, again, like, why is it so high? Why is it $20? That's a little ridiculous. there's a part of me that feels like, I haven't even tasted it yet. But there's a part of me that feels like this is a weird medium. Like, I know she makes those steep bag coffees. I know that's what she did before and she still makes them. And now she's doing this. I have a feeling she should have just either sticked with that kitschy steep bag coffee, like YouTuber coffee steep bags, or actually fully gone into the roasting, fully done it. Maybe have some single origins, maybe do different blends, maybe do a seasonal, like, so beans come at seasonal times, do a seasonal blend, do something instead of all of these being like Colombia and they're all like medium. That's so whack, you know what I'm saying? Especially if this is something she genuinely wants to do and genuinely cares about and like wants to grow this as a company. I do get you have to start somewhere, but then she's also a millionaire, and a lot of people who start these companies are not a millionaire to start out with. So it is kind of like you do have an extra head footing with how much money you have, and I bet you can get like investors and backers or sponsors. I don't know. Like, I just feel like she could have done it better or done it more, you get what I'm saying, if this is something she wants to continue. And maybe she will, and this is just her start. But I do think it's like you could have kept with the steep bags or just done more. I didn't get any of the steep bags. Maybe I should have. They seem kind of fun. Also, another gripe I have is on the website. It says they are sustainably packaged, and it says it's made with environmentally friendly materials, and it just says it. It doesn't say it on the product. It doesn't say it, just says it on the website. And I feel like that's so misleading because like everyone knows, and it says like our beans are all organic and this and that, which I believe. Like most good third wave coffee beans are USD organic and things like that, and fair trade. That's not that of a big of a deal. Sorry to break it to you. But I feel like people are more willing to spend more money when they think it's sustainable, when they think it's ethical, when they think it's all this, when it's not. I think maybe her tea bags might be, but these are not. Coffee bags will come with this label that says like Eco Tree or something if they are like that compostable plastic where you can take it to a facility, or even just compostable. These have nothing on the bag, nothing. These have nothing. So I just think that's a little misleading, especially like knowing her audience is younger and knowing her audience thinks she's like the sustainable queen or something. And I just think it's like, if it's only one of your product, it should say what product, not just on your website. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are not. I'm going to tell you 100%. These are just plastic coffee bags. You can't do anything with these plastic liners. You just can't. I'm telling you right now, you cannot. So that was another gripe I had with it. And I feel like that's kind of all I had to say about it that I have now. I do think you probably could get better coffee, but let me just try it first. Let me try it first, okay? I should do that. So I use the French press, just so I can have an equal, roasting process, so it's not different. Just using a French press. Because if you use like a Chemex or a pour over or any other type of espresso machine, you will get a different taste to it. So I just want it, and I feel like the French press is the most consistent. Big brain thinking, consistent brewing method. So that's why I used it. This is the early bird. Did I say that? That's what that is. I just tasted all my Glossier. Sorry. I always call it Glossier. That's what we're gonna call it. Like, bomb. Oopsies. Oh my god. I'm just tasting. Maybe that's its taste though.
doesn't taste like anything.
Like, genuinely. I don't think, like, I've never had that happen where my balm takes all the taste away. I don't think it's that. What a waste of $20. I'm sorry. I let it steep in my French press for 10 minutes too, so. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean. Okay, let me try. So, there's a tad bit that was sitting. Let me finish this. So it does have like this acidic, like the light roast acidity, but there's no like cherry, there's no floral, there's no complexity to it. What is it? Light roast, bright and sweet. Okay, that's boring. Maybe we can, because this has been steeping the whole time I was talking. Okay. So there's more of that, like, brightness. Okay. I'm so disappointed. I'm literally, like, so disappointed. Light roasts are my favorite roast in the whole entire world. I brought this to use an example. Brandy Weiser. They're like one of my favorite roasters. They're the same ounce as Emma's, but they are an award-winning roaster and they are like kind of cheaper. So their single origins go from like, some of them are $50, I'm not gonna lie, but most of the time they're like 18 to 20. And their blends are normally like 15, 16. This one was a special blend, and this was 19, and it was delicious. It's so good. Let me read you like their so when I said that's boring, so the tasting, light, right roast, bright, sweet, notes of. That's all it says. All it says. This one says tasting, notes of smooth, rich. That's all it says. That's so fucking boring. Like, that's boring. Here's what they say. We taste green apples, mellow orange, cinnamon, and melted caramel. And then they have, like, all of that. And look, like, they have so much in here. And it does taste like that. Oh my god, it tastes like a hot cup of cider. This is honestly ridiculous, like, how good that is. And it, like, you can have fun with it. I had one coffee and their notes were, like, kind of goofy. Like, it was, like, licorice, Dr. Pepper, stuff like that. Like, you can really have fun with it. And especially, like, Emma, she's a fun girl. She's a funny girl. So it's, like, have fun with it, you know? Bright, sweet. Like, I know she probably didn't, I don't know how much creative control she had of this. I'm gonna guess with the roast, they probably gave her a bunch and they said, you taste this, you taste this. I do wish, and I do want to know if someone told her, hey, Emma, these are all going to be very similar. Maybe we should switch them up. Or maybe they didn't. I don't know how much control she had of these. I think she had a decent amount of control, but maybe she had almost nothing. But then the roaster should have stepped in. She was working with a roaster. So it wasn't like she was by herself. I could have understood it more because then you don't really have anyone helping you. But she was working with someone. That's so boring. And it is boring. It's a boring cup of coffee. It's not bad. It's just boring. Like, it's definitely not making me gag. It's not making me want to, like, you know, it's not McDonald's coffee. It's nothing like I couldn't drink. If someone gave me this, I'd be like, okay, thank you. The stuff that's been sitting longer definitely has more, like, acidity to it. And yeah, like, I guess that is how I describe it. It's very bright. I'll finish it. It's definitely not, it's just boring. That's how I would describe it. It doesn't really have a taste. It literally doesn't taste like much. And again, I know, excuse me, Emma was working with other people, so I know this might be the roaster. When I was going on their website, I said, they look boring. She should have gone with someone else. She should have went with, like, I was talking about it with my sister, who is an Emma Chamberlain. She watches her. And I was like, maybe she should have collabed, like, with a third wave coffee shop, like, in LA, like a local coffee shop. And my sister said, that would be really fun, wouldn't it? Like, you know, or even a New York. I know she loves New York. Bitch, come here and collab. Like, there are so many fucking third wave coffee shops, and you are a big name. I don't see why they wouldn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you would have had such a better cup of, like, a better roast and a better bag of beans and a better coffee. And it would have been cool, like, to help an independent business. I bet they're small too, but they don't look like it. They look very corporate. Sorry. You know, and it would have been fun. You know, I know she has, like, a favorite coffee shop in New York. Ask them to collab. Or in LA, you know. And then maybe, like, if it goes well, they'll continue doing it. Yeah, this was, like, terribly boring. It just didn't, it wasn't worth $20. If I paid $15, $14, I guess I wouldn't be so griping about it. But it was definitely not worth $20. It was just boring. It wasn't bad. I finished it. Like, it just was boring. So,
let me go.
Let me go make the family blend. Maybe that one will be better. So I'll be right back. And we're back. It's like that didn't take me about 15 minutes. Okay, so I just brewed the family blend. It's very hot, so I should have started later when it was ready to drink. I guess I wanted to share a couple of my thoughts on the light roast. And then I also made this into cold brew last night because I know that's, like, how she drinks it. Well, I know she uses the steep bags, but it's the same roast. Just to kind of be like, is it even good the way she uses it? So kind of when I was making that and thinking about life, staring out the window, saying, why did I waste my money on this? I kind of was thinking, if you like your coffee with milk, this will literally have no taste. Like, none. I'm really not trying to sound super mean. I don't want this to come off very negative. I don't want this to come off like, because I know people make videos about bigger YouTubers or bigger people and just hate on them. I get that. And I get that's not, it's kind of like, was it really that bad? And again, it was bare. I drank it all. I drank it all, as you could see. I was just so shocked that I could taste more of my lip balm than I could even taste of the freaking coffee. And again, like, if you like milk in your coffee, there's gonna be no taste. It did not have much of anything, especially with light roast. I love light roast. I feel like you can more taste the complexity of coffee. I sound like such a fucking nerd. I'm like, ugh. But you really can. And with me, medium and darker, I don't really drink dark. But if I did, like, when I did, I worked at a company that mostly roasted dark roast. I have a harder time tasting it. As with light, I really love it. I feel like you can taste so much. Like, you can taste like floral and these citrusy notes, and you can taste all these things. And especially there's a company, Say, in New York, and I love them. And to then taste this and for it to be so bland and so boring is really a disappointment. Because it's like, I feel like people think light roast normally don't have really a taste, but they do. They're so complex. And this was just boring. It was very, 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 very boring. And I know that's not Emma's fault. it's the roaster. I get it. I just wish she would have gone through someone else. When I went on the website of this company, the Brixby, I was like, this ain't gonna be good. I just knew it. Yeah. It was just disappointing. It's just how bland it was. And again, like, if you like in milk, you're not gonna taste anything. I guess some people might like that. Maybe that's why she picked it. I feel like maybe you shouldn't be roasting your own coffee if you don't even like drinking coffee black. Like, do you even really know what, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe that's just me being mean and judgmental. But really, like, if you can't even know you know, you train your palate to taste these things. It's the same with wine and all those like more, I'm not a wine person, but you can train your palate to pick up on these notes and things like that. And so it's like, if you don't even like tasting it black, if you don't even really drink coffee, and you know, what do you know about it? You know what I'm saying? What do you know about it? If you can't even drink it black, if you don't even enjoy it black, if you're not even like actively working on working on like, you know, tasting, then why are you roasting your own coffee? You know, of course it's not going to taste very good, because if you don't even drink it black, you're probably going to make it a very mellow or very bland coffee, because you're putting milk in it anyway. And I feel like light roast is definitely, for me, the easiest. Like, I love light roast. It's like, you don't really need to put milk in light roast because they're so flavorful on their own. Like, I get it with bad, dark, and medium. Sometimes it's like, but with light, it's just, they butchered it. Okay. This is gonna be so hot. I don't want to drink this yet. This one, and it smelled exactly like the blend at the place I used to work at. It would physically make me sick. Like, I would get like headaches when I had to bag it. I was like, oh. So when I smelled that, I was like, this ain't good. Oh, it's coffee, all right. Oh my god, my nose. Those disgusting noises I'm making when I slurp it, that's kind of how you can taste it better, if you slurp. So that's why I'm doing that, just so you know. What is this? Smooth and rich. Again, it's so bland. I guess that's what I guessed it would taste. It would taste very bland. It does definitely have like a very nutty taste. I can definitely taste more in this, but a lot of times for medium, you can at least taste something, I feel. That one's definitely not, I definitely think these are my biases. I'm not gonna say I'm not. Like, this one is definitely harder for me to drink just because I don't particularly like dark. Like, this is definitely a dark roast. This isn't even fucking a medium roast. So it's harder. I don't like it very much. So I don't really want to finish it. But it's not, it's definitely not like gas station coffee, I guess. It's very boring, bland, not the best. It's not, I've definitely had better. Of course I've had. Oops. Like their descriptions, boring. Very boring. Very boring. Sorry. And it's disappointing. Wouldn't it have been fun if a YouTuber actually made something that was good? I swear to God, Brixby just makes coffee for people who act like they know something, but they really don't. It's so bland. That's like, it's not worth $20. 100%. This is not fucking worth $20. I know why it's $20, because it has her name on it, but it's not worth it. It really isn't. You could get a better blend than this. You could. And I know all the people who are buying it are just her fans. So you know what? Like, if you love it, if you genuinely love this, go ahead, drink it. Like, you know, I think this is, like, at least it is good coffee, you know what I'm saying? At least there is money into this. It's not just like she made shitty coffee and then sold it. Like, I just don't think it's very good. It's not worth the money. It's not worth $20. I wish she should have priced it at $15. I definitely know. Well, the Brixby website, if you go, their blends are priced at $15. So maybe it would have been too low. I think what she should do is go through someone else. I think she should maybe do a collab with someone, go through someone else, because this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. This is actually, I'm not trying to sound mean. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's very, very bland. There is, like, no flavor. No flavor. Let me try the cold brew. It's just been sitting here. I don't know why I did that. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll get to it. So this was concentrate. I diluted it. It's okay. Okay. This is on me. I think me letting it sit out made it. This is very watery. And I don't. That's on me. But I do prefer the cold brew over the hot. And I do think this. So with light roast. This isn't a light roast. Oh my god, I may be burping so much. It tastes so bad. It's not better coming up. With light roast, they do make better iced coffee than cold brew. So I do think this can make a good cup of iced coffee, maybe. I have noticed that blends make really good iced coffee, and I think it's because, like, when you chill coffee, you do lose a lot of it, so you just get the essence of it. So maybe this would make a good cup of iced coffee. It don't make a good cup of hot coffee. I just got, like, insanely tired. I'm like, my eyes just feel, I'm like, this is so bland and boring. It made me tired. And I fucking have to finish this. I'm not gonna waste it. My final thoughts on all of this matter. Don't waste your money. If you just want to try, like, you're not really an Emma, like, a fan of Emma's, but you really want to try it because it's like, oh, that's cool. Don't. That's what I would say. Don't try it. It's not worth it. You could probably get so much better coffee from so many different places. You can get so much better coffee for a cheaper price. Again, like, a blend shouldn't hit more than $16. $20? Ridiculous. So, yeah, is it bad? No. Is it boring? Yes. If you put milk in it, would it probably make it lose every single part that you can barely taste? Yes. I don't know what else to say. It was boring. I'm gonna guess this. I know for 99%, I'm putting that much on the line, that the rest of her coffee all tastes very boring like this. Like, you get an essence. I think the notes speak for themselves. Boring. Boring. So that's what I would say about the rest. They're all going to be boring and bland. I don't know why I spent $40 on this. Do I think this is good she did this? Yes. You know what? girl, you do you. If she likes it, if people like it, that's good. I just feel like she could make it better. I wonder if the tea bags are more, I don't know, probably not. They're probably even worse. If you're gonna charge me premium, I better be getting premium coffee, you know? And I get it, there's an upcharge because of her name, but it's not even worth it. You're putting your name on a bad product. Sorry. I'm getting very frustrated. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this entertained you. I hope you enjoyed me losing, what the hell? I hope you enjoyed me losing money and going crazy. I guess comment, like, subscribe. I want more people to yell at. I want more people to scream at. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. And have a good cup of coffee, unlike me. This isn't a way to start the day. Now I'm all disheveled. Bye. Hi, I don't know how to make an outro. I hope you enjoyed.